If you're in a relationship and you're talking to somebody and you're like, you know what, I'm really feeling them, tell your partner. Hello, my kings and queens. Hello. No, damn it. Hello, my kings and queens. Hello. Hi, kings and queens. So, welcome back to my channel, and we're back for another video. This video is going to touch base on something personal for most of you. Not me, because this doesn't pertain to me. But this may help some of you relationship-wise. Yes, I'm going to be giving you relationship advice. It's weird to give relationship advice when you're not in a relationship. But if you think about it, single people who give relationship advice sometimes are right. And I say this because they've been down this road many times to the point where, you know what, I'm just be single. So this advice would either help or hurt your relationship. I mean, it happens. Not saying that my advice per se will help your relationship. Not all relationships will work out the way you want them to, but I personally think that some of the things that I'm going to tell you may help your relationship. And the only way it would hurt your relationship is if your relationship is already in a bad position. So the most important thing to do in a relationship is communicate. You probably sitting there thinking, I communicate. I don't know why you think that should be an advice. Communication is much more than you think it is. Because following communication, you have to understand and comprehend when you communicate. You can't just sit there and be like, okay, I'm listening to what you're saying. No, you have to actually understand that person, their perspective in the relationship, and be like, you know what, you're right. I mean, there are gonna be points where you agree to disagree, but it's like sometimes you gotta see their perspective and take that route at the same time. So it's like, oh, I get what you're saying, maybe I should change, you know. But basically, if you have a feeling, if your anxiety is that bad to the point where you're gonna assume something goes wrong in your relationship, tell your partner. Talk to your partner. After you talk to your partner, tell them, okay, you've been away from home for far too long, or you've seen someone else. If they lie, then I mean, if you know that they're a known liar, like they compulsive liar, then that can help you too. But if they tell you, no, I'm not with anyone, you either believe them, or because like you're supposed to trust them, which is the next step. I mean, then y'all should be good. But if you don't trust them, why are you in a relationship with them? That's simple. So, and y'all have to, like, if you want to give this a try, like, wait till like y'all about to go to bed and you're just like, you know what, maybe I should communicate with him, maybe I should talk to him, see how his day went, his or her day went, or talk about how you felt about today with your partner, or talk to them about how their day went or whatever. Like, just talk. Like, for some reason we always use technology to get in the way of our relationships. That's not a way to communicate. I mean, it's fine to talk to your partner every day, all day, on the phone, text message, FaceTime, that's fine. But there's gonna be a point where you have to actually talk in person and be like, you know what? Forget the technology for right now. Let's see how you're doing. Let's talk about us. Let's see where we could improve or where we lack. Communication is like the key of a relationship. There are more keys, but this is the key. Because how in the heck are y'all gonna work if y'all cannot talk to each other? Y'all cannot communicate. Exactly. So say more than just hi, how are you? How was your day? Say more than that. Say, let's say, we haven't talked that long today. Is something wrong? Are you truly okay? And if they say I'm fine, don't believe that. Don't believe that. Body language says everything, and how they communicate says everything too. Because it's like, you're fine, but you haven't talked to me all day. What did I do? What went wrong? Don't just ask yourself that, ask them. Make sure that y'all are on the right track, because if you sit there and assume or answer your own questions, it's not gonna work that way. I'm just saying. Whatever questions you have in your head, ask them and see how they answer. And the way they answer means a lot as well too. On top of communication, you have to have trust. You have to have trust. If you cannot trust your partner, why are you with them? If you believe that whatever happened in the past will happen again, why are you with them? And I'm not saying everything I'm saying on here, that is not going to help you say, you know what, she's right. Maybe I should leave the relationship. That's not the case. I'm kind of here to help you bulk up your relationship to the point where y'all can be better. Yes. I'm trying to save people's relationships, believe it or not. Because I want everybody to be happy. Relationships are supposed to make you happy. You are supposed to make yourself happy, but your relationship is supposed to make it better, you know? Yeah. Y'all shouldn't be arguing every day. I've been there. Y'all shouldn't be cursing each other out. Y'all shouldn't be evil to each other. Y'all shouldn't hate each other or disrespect each other. What are y'all in a relationship if y'all doing that for? Huh? You're supposed to be loving each other, supporting each other, providing for each other. Not fussing, fighting, going our separate ways. I'm sorry, y'all. My baby is a little fussy right now. If you feel you cannot trust your partner, either leave or work it out with yourself. What I mean is keep your mind from thinking of the worst case scenario. It's not going to help the relationship. It's not. I've been down that road before. Too many times. I would sit there, even outside of relationships, I'll sit there and my anxiety and my depression will probably be like, this is happening, this is happening. Dude could just be playing a game. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, he is sleeping with somebody else right now. I just can't. We gotta stop thinking like that. Like, I know, like, for some, like, men, I'm gonna say this. Men don't really, I don't know how they think, but I know us women think about a lot of things. A lot of possible things. We don't even have that mindset of the impossible. We think everything is possible. It's crazy. Whatever goes on here is just the devil. Don't let it come into your relationship. Don't let this come into your relationship, because it's not gonna work. If you can't trust someone else, it means you can't trust yourself. It sounds crazy, but majority of the things we think about of other people, that's how we think of ourselves. Like, if, for example, you're cheating, you're cool with it. No remorse, nothing. For some reason, it feels good to you. And your partner is faithful as hell. But up here, they're cheating too. Makes sense, right? Right? You're going to sit there and assume, oh my God, he's cheating on me, she's cheating on me. I just feel like I just need to say something because I just know he or she is cheating on me. Knowing darn well it is you. You're pointing fingers, pointing so many fingers, but not at yourself. So that's why I say trust is important. If you can trust yourself, you can trust your partner. If you can trust your partner, you're good. Relationship is A1. Perfect. Not perfect, but your perfection, not perfection itself. Don't ever let anyone in your relationship. I know they got some of y'all that's just like, but some people help me get through my relationship. No. Some people like your business. Because for some reason, people just can't mind their own. So when you tell your business about your relationship, relationship is going downhill automatically. Because you have people in your business, they're going to tell you what they feel about the relationship, rather they don't even think about it. You're telling people that you are heartbroken because your boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't talk to you every day. And you tell your friend, girl, I already told you how the hell you know it's gonna go wrong when about that person. How do you know? I know you have bad vibes about my partner, but how do you know that it's gonna go downhill already? Like, do you know the person? Sometimes they don't. So how you know that our relationship is not the best? Just by me being in a relationship. Like, that's usually what it is. If you go to a single person about your relationship, they're either answering you out of envy, jealousy, really wishing that they had what you had. So they're going to say something negative about it. Or you can have a single friend that's very supportive of your relationship and tells you good information about it, like give you some actual advice. Because if your friend is sitting there like, girl, you ain't, how you know he ain't? I mean, have you personally seen that he was a? If that's the case, why haven't you told me? Sometimes your friends ain't your friends, and it's you find out the hard way, unfortunately. But if you really want help in your relationship, go to someone who actually cares. Don't go to just anybody where they can judge your relationship, because that's basically what most people do. Go to a friend that is actually a friend that wants to see you and your partner strive. If you want some advice, either come to this video or tell your friends about this video. I'm just playing. But go to a friend or family or whoever that really cares about your relationship, because that will help. It will. Because one, they can give you some advice due to their experiences. Two, they actually like your relationship and don't want anything to happen in it. So they're going to help you to avoid any conflict between you and your partner. Don't go for somebody that's like, you know what, I told you. You wanted this to happen. That's why you told me. You wanted me to be in this problem with my partner. That's basically what it is. Don't go to somebody who's single and is like, man, I wish I had a relationship. No, because they gonna sit there and just break your relationship up. Be careful who you tell your business to. I'm telling you, that will save you a whole lot of heartbreak. That will. But most importantly, keep your relationship private as possible. Because the minute you talk about it, sometimes it doesn't work. I've been down that road before. And it's not the person that you're telling. It's like you start seeing more signs of things of why things are not working out. You start to notice, like your eyes start to open up a little bit more. If bad is talking if people are talking negative on your relationship, you start to notice the negative a little bit more. So this leads to my next advice. Think positive in your relationship. That's the best. That will, I swear, that will help. Because nothing, like when negativity is like surfacing you and surrounding you, it's going to affect your relationship as well. Think positive. Think, oh my gosh, I'm happy right now. I'm in a good place with my boyfriend or girlfriend. This is great. And it will get better every day. Think of it that way. And if anything do happen in a negative way, still think positive. Think, okay, we did fuss today, but it'll get better. We can work this out. And if you have to, say it aloud. Sometimes your mind is gonna keep throwing negative on you. But if you feel that you can be a better person and your relationship will get better, say it aloud. Like, okay, we did fuss, but we can work it out and it will get better. Just remind yourself that good things can happen for you. Yes. Because I know anxiety plays a role. I know depression plays a role. Paranoia plays a role. Sometimes you gotta, you know how you create the negative, the worst case scenarios? Think about the best case scenarios. And watch. You'll be like, you know what? You start noticing it. Because if you think about it, we notice the negative in the relationship more than we think about the positive. So once you start thinking more positive in your relationship and throwing more positive energy towards your relationship, you're going to start noticing that positive energy and the things that your partner do for you in a positive light. So think about that. Now, a disclaimer is there are some relationships that are, I would say, not good. So I'm going to warn those who are in these type of relationships, because I am just giving advice, and if you are alone, that would be preferable. But if you're not alone watching this video right now, I advise you to either take a step back from this video, try again another time when you're by yourself, or privately go listen to this video, because this is a serious topic, and like, I don't want you to get in any type of trouble or anything. So be careful when you listen to this next one. If you're in a relationship where you are harmed in any way, mentally or physically, the best advice I can give you is to leave. I know you're sitting there like, what if I can work it out? How about making it better? Like, won't it be better? I know previously I said think positive in your relationship, but when it comes to physical and mental harm, I can't really say anything positive about it, simply because of what's going on with you. If your partner is reflecting negativity towards you in a mental or physical way, it's best that you end that relationship. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it's going to be hard, because your partner is controlling, they're manipulative, and they will find ways to keep you in a relationship. I've seen it before. It has happened to me before. It's best that you reflect on the relationship, reflect on how you're going to be after the relationship, and how you're going to leave the relationship. It's going to be a process, because I know it's not easy for some people to just leave. You have to have a game plan. You have to think about ways to avoid things happening to you again, and then ways to actually slide your way out of that relationship. For some people, they're probably like, I can't do it. But if you spell can't can comes before the apostrophe T, which means that you can leave that relationship. You just, your fear is taking over you to the point where you feel you cannot, but you can. Scratch that not and that int that's part, because you can. And I don't want to stir you in a way where you will get caught. So the most I can tell you is to find a way to leave. That's the best advice I can give you. And honestly, it will be so much better once you do. I have talked to a lot of friends who have been in this situation, and even though they don't want to admit it, me telling them to leave actually helped them a little bit better. If you really feel like this relationship isn't going anywhere for you, like it's been good in the beginning, but now it's just not getting any better, the best thing you can do is leave. And once you leave, recover, heal, mentally and physically. Give your chance to recuperate. Give yourself a chance to be a better you, because I know your partner has stooped you down so low that you couldn't go any further down. So once you healed and you feel content with your healing process, you can move on and start over with a new partner. It's going to be hard again as well, because you're going to be terrified, like, what if this person is the same as the person I had before? Not everybody is like your past. Every experience you have is not going to be like your past unless you let it. So if you're afraid that your new relationship will be like your past relationship, the most you can do is think positive. That's one. And tell your partner about you. It's going to be hard. I know. Look, everything I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy process. You have to disclose with your future partner of what happened to you to avoid it happening again. Because the way they view what happened to you will affect how they treat you. And if they really care about you and love you to the point where, you know, like, they really want to be there for you, then that's a great step. That means they will treat you way better than how you were in your other relationships. If that partner is kind of like a similar partner, leave as fast as you can. That's all I'm going to say. If you see the signs that you've seen before, cut it. So, yeah.